she's full. What in the world am I going to do with all these wood ashes? Stay tuned. So what I usually do is just empty out my ash pan first. Then I come in here inside the stove itself, and you know, if you move away some of these ashes, you're going to see a lot of hot coals in there yet. So that's kind of good and kind of bad because one, I hate to get rid of my coals. Two, I just have so much ashes that the fire isn't burning as efficient as it could. So I'm going to try to push down all these ashes that I can back into that ash pan. There are a lot of coals in here, so don't really worry if you catch your shovel on fire. They make more. So now there should be a lot more ashes in this ash pan, and we can just do this all over again. Alright, so I got it most of the way cleaned out. There is a decent amount of ashes still in there, but really there's a lot more coals than there is ashes. So I'm good with that. I've got just over a half of a bucket of ashes that I'm going to take outside and show you what all we can do with it. One thing you really want to keep in mind, essentially we're going to be dumping these ashes out. And since there are a lot of hot coals in this, you don't want to dump it on the ground right away because you can start a grass fire. Or whatever you're dumping it on sure can catch fire. So you want to let these ashes set in this bucket for at least 3 days, depending on how cold it is outside. Will that also affect that? But if you go out there and stir it, once a day as well, because those hot ambers and those ashes down inside that bucket can actually stay warm, for a number of days. So the more and more you kind of stir it up and not just let them bake there in the middle, but you incorporate some of that colder air back down in there, and that'll allow the wood coals to actually burn up or to be just eliminated. So anyway, let's go outside, take this bucket outside. We'll wait a little bit, like I said, 3 days, and then we'll take them out towards the garden and I'll show you where we're going to dump them. Hey, wake up over there! Alright, I think it's been enough time. Let's take this out to the garden. Wood ashes are a good source of potassium and calcium. A lot of people substitute lime on their gardens in the springtime to raise the pH levels for acidic soils. Wood ash will do the exact same thing, and it's basically free. Try pouring some on your blackberry plants, or maybe even blueberry bushes or around fruit trees. If you have a compost pile or even a wood mulch pile, pour a bunch on there and let it soak in. Chickens love taking dust baths. Pour a pile out and they'll come find it. They're pretty curious.